Okay, so we're talking about triangle inequality theorem. And it's pretty much helping you decide like what side lengths can make a triangle. Somebody took my little pieces. Okay, if I had pieces to make a triangle. If you have side lengths like this, we can make a triangle, yes?
Yeah.
I'm going to zoom out. Because all the corners can touch each other. Okay? But what if I had two side lengths like this? Well, I can't make this one touch that corner and this one touch that corner, even if it's like super obtuse. Do you see how this one can't touch that corner? But if I make it touch that corner, what ends up happening? It's no longer a triangle, it's now just a line. Okay? So your two shorter side lengths cannot equal your longest side length. It also can't be shorter. So if it was shorter, it really wouldn't touch. Okay? And it also, if you think about it, but if I take just a teeny tiny piece of this one, just folded a teeny tiny piece, now does it work?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that longest side. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about can it work or can it not work? Okay? So looking at that, you're given these three things and they all have to be true. Now, I know that my picture technically, because we're going to do Pythagorean theorem on Monday, I want you to realize the longest side is your C. Now today it really doesn't matter, but it is easier to keep your longest side C. Yes? So knowing that, here's an example, 10, 4, and 3. Well, 10 plus 3 is 4. That is greater than 4 is true. 10 plus 4 is greater than 3, which is true. 4 plus 3, is that greater than 10? And that's why this is not a triangle. And if you look, these little sides will never touch, therefore it couldn't be a triangle. Okay? So knowing that, let's look at some sides. So here, my longest one is C, A and B doesn't matter. So this could be A, this could be B, doesn't matter. So my first inequality is A plus B should be greater than C. Well, A is 5 plus B is 7. What is 5 plus 7? Is 12 greater than side C, which is 12? No. So right away I know that that doesn't work. Therefore, could this be a triangle? No. They're equal, but it has to be greater. So I don't even have to worry about these other two because the first one didn't work and it only takes one to mess it up. Okay? So let's look at number 2. So my longest side is C. Then it doesn't matter how these are labeled. So my first inequality is A plus B, which is 7.4 plus B is 6.12. And whatever that is should be greater than 12.7. What's 7.4 plus 6.12?
13.52.
Is 13.52 greater than 12.7? So that works. So now we have to test the second one, which is A plus C. So 7.4 plus 12.7, whatever that equals, has to be greater than B. Well, B is 6.12. Here's my question. Without even adding this, is that true? Well, if I'm adding things, aren't numbers just going to get bigger? Isn't 12.7 already bigger than 6. So do we even need to know what it equals to know that that's true? Yeah, because it's just going to get bigger. So this is true. Whatever that equals is going to be greater than 6.12, which if we added it, not a big deal. 7.4 plus 12.7, I get 20.1, which is obviously bigger than 6.12, right? So the next one is B plus C. So we have 6.12 plus 12.7. Whatever that equals has to be greater than 7.4. Again, do we even need to know what that equals? Is it going to be greater than 7.4? Yes. So can this make a triangle? Yes. Okay, so I want y'all to look at 3 and 4 really fast while I take attendance. When you're done, look on the board to check. Any questions with that? Super simple, yes? Okay, perfect. Look at the back when you're done writing it down. I told y'all, adding, subtracting with a little bit of greater than. That's literally today. It has a little bit of less than too, but. Okay, so if we look at the back, now we're talking, okay, if I give you 2 side lengths, what could the missing side length be? Okay, so that's where this comes into play. And it tells you can find your maximum length by adding A and B, and your minimum length by subtracting A and B. A and B are just the 2 sides given to you. And you always want to subtract bigger minus smaller, yes? Okay, so, and then we'll write it like this. So here, what is my biggest?
15.
So 15 plus 10, and then I'm going to do 15 minus 10. Well, what's 15 plus 10? And what's 15 minus 10?
5.
So I know it has to be between there somewhere. And the way I write that is my missing side is x. And I am going to write it least with less than, greatest. So least to greatest with less than symbols. And this is just a fancy way of saying my answer is somewhere between 5 and 25. Now, can it equal 5? Is 5 less than 5? No. What if it said equal to? But do ours say equal to? No, because didn't I just prove it with the yellow strips that you can't have them be equal and make a triangle?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to be greater. So knowing that if this was multiple choice on a test, what would your answer be? 16. Because 5 is not less than 5, so that can't be it. 2 is not between 5 and 25, so that's not it. And 25 is not less than 25, so again, that cannot be it either. However, 5 is less than 16. Is 16 less than 25? So 16 can plug in and be accurate. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's look at the last one. It's the exact same thing. So what's 18 plus 9 and 18 minus 9? Just put it away. What's 18 plus 9? And what's 18 minus 9? So again, what would my answer be? B. Because 9 is not less than 9 if I plug 9 in. However, 9 is less than 26 and 26 is less than 27. Do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Any questions with this? Did I tell you it was super simple?
Yep.
Yes. So this is what you're doing. Okay. On your practice, you do have to show me why if it's not a triangle, yes? Yeah. Okay. Which is just that one that's not true. You don't. If the first one's not true, is that okay? Do you have to do the other two? No, it just takes one. So this is what you're doing. Pretty simple.